Welcome to a Be Like That podcast. I'm your host, Dan. Appreciate you guys for supporting the show. Before we get started, hope everybody's having a great day. Hope y'all had a great morning. Hope you had a great day. Usually we do the podcast around 10. You've seen me do it early in the morning. I'm going to start keeping it around this time, around 7 to 8 if I don't work. But, I know I got to get my sports takes out, especially when it comes to this football. We got a lot of things to talk about. You know what I'm saying? The end of week 15. Now we're heading to end of week 16. Now we're heading to week 17. We got two more games in the regular season. NFL season is over with. It really, to be honest with you, bro, I feel like NFL season just really started. And for it to end now, it's like, dang, bro, time go by so fast, bro. Really, especially during football season. Football season really seemed like week 5 was just last week, but now this is week 17. This is week 17. The next week, the last week, then we're in the playoffs. Then 3 weeks of that, then we're in the Super Bowl. So we're almost closer and closer to Super Bowl 60, man, San Fran. So I know y'all excited. I'm excited. We got a lot of great things to talk about. We got to talk about the incident that happened in Detroit, even though Pittsburgh Steelers got the win. During the game, DK hit a fan. He got suspended 2 games after that. NFL confirmed that. He's going to appeal it. But people saying they hit the fan because the fan called his mom a C word and called him the N word. The fan say he called him by his full name. That's why DK got mad. I'm going to give you guys my take on it. You know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna talk about we always gotta talk about the Falcons every time. So we're gonna get into the Falcons, their future. Yes, we won, but that win didn't do nothing for us though. It didn't get us over the hump to make the playoffs, none of that. We're out of playoff contention. So we just gotta watch the Carolina and the Bucks just lose their way into the playoffs. So I'm gonna get into the Falcons, what the future holds for them and what they should do this offseason, 2026 season. And then we're also gonna talk about who are those teams that are in contention to make the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. What are those teams? Because right now, the NFL is wide open. So I'm going to get into that a little later. But the first topic I want to get into, I don't like keeping y'all waiting. Let's get into this DK Metcalf. He hit a fan during the game. Let's see, can we find a video to break it down? Hold on. What is this? What is this? We just read the article, man. Forget all that. I ain't got time. We just read the article. Boy, I can read. I can read. Got now. I can read, y'all. Let me put this on the screen real quick. Hold on, give me a second. Ooh. Put this on the screen. Zoom in for y'all too. Y'all see it? Okay, you can see it. It says Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver DK Metcalf has been suspended 2 games without pay. Damn. Just even right there, like they not playing. They not playing. Boy, and dang. For initiating a physical confrontation with the fan. He did. He walked up on him. The fan can't walk up on you. He understands. So yes, you did. You initiating a physical confrontation with a fan during Sunday's game at the Detroit Lions. The league announced on Monday. And what are the reasons? It say Metcalf action violated league policy with it says with specifics that players may not enter the stands or otherwise confront fans at any time on game day. And if a player makes unnecessary physical contact with the fan in any way that constitute unsportsmanlike conduct or presents crowd control issues or risk of injury, he'll be held accountable. And DK did that. It specifies. My bad. My bad. I said specifics. Don't judge me, bro. Don't judge. I read fast. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I read fast. Don't judge me. But pacifies. It's hard for me to pronounce the word. I know what he said though, y'all. I said specifics, but it specifies. It specificizes. that players may not enter the stands or otherwise confront fans at any time on game day, and if a player make unnecessary physical contact, which he did by hitting him, with a fan in any way that constitutes unsportsmanlike conduct or presents crowd control issues or risk of injury, he will be held accountable. I did get that wrong, y'all. Don't judge me. Yeah, that's all we need to know. You know what I'm saying? You got to spend it for 2 games. DK, I don't think it says a source close to DK told Tom Pacello that Kennedy on Sunday called Metcalf's mother a derogatory word and called DK something we both know you don't call a black man. And what I'm hearing that he called his mama probably the C word, which is the aunt, rhymes with aunt. And he probably called DK the word that rhymes with trigger. A trigger. Trigger. So that's what happened in that situation. Now look, bro, this is my take. DK Metcalf, bro, ain't no excuse. You too big and too strong and too rich to be caring about what somebody said in the stands, bro. If that man said something that you felt was too crazy or out of line, you just got security escort him out. That's your mama. You're the star. The security escorted him out. Even though I think that would kind of be weak because why we can't trash talk. And sometimes we know situations to where mama's got to stay out of. Sometimes mama just got to be there to support and stay out of competitive fans shit, bro. And what I mean by that is fans banner back and forth with one another. If you can't handle it, bro, just be quiet, bro. Just be quiet. And sometimes people try to jump in stuff that they can't control, that they can't handle, which is going back with fans, because fans talk shit. When you're a fan of a team and somebody else is a fan of the opposing team, y'all gonna talk ish to one another. But can you control it? This seems like to me the mama probably said something to dude probably said something to the mom. She got offended by it because her son on Pittsburgh Steelers. He's a Lion fan. DK Metcalf approached him. He probably called DK by his first name. I don't believe dude said an N-word. Because at the end of the day, bro, if you felt that way for real, you should have just got him escorted out. You should have got him escorted out. We didn't even hear that dude called you another word into the end of the game. And that's what made me kind of make it seem a little fishy, in my opinion, that dude called you the N-word, because that should have came out as soon as that happened during the game. We would have knew that by like halftime what he called you. We didn't know until the end of the game that he called you that. So that's why I slicked on to really believe him. But DK just been out of control all year, bro. And to be honest with you, bro, I don't think they've been giving DK warnings, bro, after warning. DK, if you watch, he's just a super hothead, man. He don't know how to just calm it down. He don't know how to just calm it down at all. He's a super, super duper hothead. He always gets into altercation with every game he in the altercation, unless he hurt. He's always in an altercation with somebody on the field, bro, on the opposing team. And I feel like this was just a nail in the coffin. Let's get his butt for 2 games. But now you got this. What made me upset with DK, brother. You're suspended for the last 2 games of the season that you need to win. You need to win one of these 2 last games to win the division. Now, bro, your season continues if the Pittsburgh wins the last 2 games. One of the last 2 games will win both of them. Your season determined based on the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Browns and beat the Ravens. If not, your season is over with, bro. Why would you do that to your teammates? DK Metcalf all season, in my opinion, bro. I was a guy that came in front of y'all a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, and said, in the beginning of the first half, I said, DK gonna have a breakout. You're gonna be an all-pro. I was totally wrong. I gotta eat crow for that. Because not only has DK not shown me that he could be the guy that can be an all-pro, he's also done shown me that, no disrespect to DK, he's not a number 1, bro. He's not a number 1. He's a number 2. He needs another guy. He's a number 2. Now, he make plays like a number 1, but overall, he's a number 2 wide receiver Pittsburgh has to get, if you're going to bring Aaron Rodgers back, you got to bring in the guy that can solidify the number one spot as the wide receiver on the team, bro. You got to get a go-to guy. DK's not a go-to guy. He's dropping layups, bro. Aaron Rodgers threw, it was 2 passes Aaron Rodgers threw that he just dropped. He's just been terrible, bro. He's been a very disappointment, and especially somebody's getting paid $30 million a year. You're getting paid $30 million a year, and you keep laying eggs. He has his moments, like the Baltimore Ravens game. He has his moments. Vikings game. Who was the Cleveland Browns game? The first time they played the Cleveland Browns. He has his moments, but overall, bro, DK just annoys me, man. He just annoys me, and I'm somebody that was rooting for him since he was a rookie. But then to see the other little stuff, the little dress he be doing, fingernail polish, some stuff he do, bro. He just make you not want to be a fan, bro, not support him. I'm just sorry. Just my opinion on him, bro. And I'm a huge DK Metcalf fan, but he had the suspension. I probably gonna get upheld because even if Buddy did call you the N-word, that doesn't warrant you putting your hands on them, bro. That can't be your N-word. Then tell the, hey, get security. Hey, man, he's saying racial slurs. Get him up out of here. And they would have done it. They would have did that. They would have done it. They would have said, get up out of here. Hey, can't get him up out of here? Yes, sir. What he's saying? He's saying, call me the N-word. Come home to the C-word. Oh, sir, you got to leave. They would have got him up out of there. You didn't do that. You said, you know what? I'm going to do it myself, and I'm going to put my hands on him. I'm going to take it in my hands, and I'm going to go put my hands on him. You don't need to do that, bro. It's not your job. Your job is to play football and not put your hands on somebody. Now you spend it for 2 games where your team really needs you because you're the best receiver. Not last night, though. Not last night. Adam Thielen was the best. Aaron Rodgers was more focused on going to MVS. DK Metcalf have been such a disappointment. Aaron Rodgers now is looking at MVS, who just came on the team like 3 weeks ago, and Adam Thielen, who just got on the team like a couple of weeks ago. Adam Thielen had like 80 90. He had like 80 to 90 yards receiving. MVS was making plays. He dropped a huge touchdown. Nice throw, right on the money. He dropped on. Now you can't drop that. You know what I'm saying? He banged himself up a little bit off the play, but you got to catch that though. He missed a layup, deep ball throw from Aaron Rodgers. But besides that, he was doing this thing, bro. DK just a disappointment, and they're really going to need him, bro. Now, I still believe they can beat the Browns without DK because I believe Aaron Rodgers just make the guys around him just look good. And I think Adam Thielen shows me that he still got some gas in the tank. MVS, even though he's been on team to team, he still got a little gas left in the tank too that he can make plays there and there. So I believe they can beat the Browns without DK. But still, though, that's not a good look, though, bro, because you need DK, bro. Like, DK is a guy that you really need on the team, in my opinion, because, like I said, he is the best receiver. That's not saying much, but he is the best receiver. You need all the help you can get right now if you're the Steelers team that's trying to win the division. And you're happy that the Patriots beat the Ravens because that helps you out. But if you lose this week, and then the Ravens win this week, and the Ravens play, if I'm not mistaken, the Ravens play is it the Colts? The Ravens play somebody I know they're gonna beat. They're gonna beat them. So the Ravens got a layup game. They win that game, and now, which is probably gonna be on Sunday Night Football, depending on it, because all that comes with the game. You know what I'm saying? We're looking at a game that's the term to AFC North. When you could have put yourself in a position to where now you got DK, you beat the Browns convincingly, now you win the division. Because if they win tomorrow, they win next week. I mean, this is my tripping. They win this week against the Browns. Now they get 10 wins. By default, they win the division. Why? Because by default, them can't win no more than 9 games because they just lost. They 7-8. So the Ravens can't win more than 9 games. Pittsburgh get that 10th game by default. They win the division. So for DK to be suspended, and this is an important game for Pittsburgh fans and the Pittsburgh nation in general, for you to suspend yourself, cost your team an opportunity to where they don't know how good it's going to be because they don't have all their weapons, how good they're going to be because they don't have all their weapons, bro. That's a spit in the face to the teammates, bro. You should be ashamed of yourself, bro, no matter what that man said to you. Oh, it's certain stuff you shouldn't say to a black man. DK, but you're 6'3". You know you can take this guy heads off. Why do you let people that's beneath you strike a nerve? You making $30 million, bro. I don't want to hear that you human. Brother, you do this all the time. You just not do you do it with the opposing team. You always trying to start a fight. That's why it's hard for me to believe you, because every time I see you starting to fight with somebody. And now you gotta sit. Now you sitting at home when you should be playing this Sunday against the Cleveland Browns so I can clinch the division. And now Pittsburgh got less of a receiver on the team. And then Calvin Austin hurt. He got injured during the game. So we don't even know what his status is right now. So now you're down 2 wide receivers. Thank you, DK. This dude just stupid. He just make poor decision after poor decision, man. I'm tired of him, bro. And I was somebody been rooting for him. I'm off the bandwagon. I am, bro. He got to show me that he can be a all pro caliber guy, and I just got to be shocked. That's how it's gonna be, bro. Because at first I'm like, I know he gonna do it. I just don't see it, bro. I just don't. He's a number 2 at best wide receiver. He overpaid. $30 million is not worth it. Now the dude out when they need him. These are crucial games, bro, to win the division. To win the division. And now you're out. Calvin Austin might be out too. Hopefully Calvin Austin not out. So now we only down 1 receiver. Now he's out. Now you're down 2. Come on, bro. And being this late into the season, when there's only 2 games left, and you do this? Come on, bro. Self-control, bro. Lack self-control to the max, man. To the max. Let's move on, bro. Hold on, y'all. Let's move on to the next topic, bro. I'm tired, bro. Now, with the NFL season comes to conclusion, usually we all have our picks. You know what I'm saying? It's always like 1 or 2 teams that you be like, okay, they're gonna win the Super Bowl. They're gonna win the Super Bowl. Or they're gonna get to the Super Bowl to have a chance to win the Super Bowl. Let's say that. This team has the potential to go to the Super Bowl. This team has the potential to go to the Super Bowl. This team has the potential to go to the Super Bowl. But if you really look at these teams, bro, you can't really trust. All these teams have weaknesses to a point. You don't really trust them, bro. Like, it's unknown who's gonna go to the Super Bowl this year, because it's open. It's this year's chance to go to Super Bowl and win it is wide open. It's wide open. Usually you'll think the Chiefs been so successful, you'll say the Chiefs, you'll say the Bills, NFC, you'll say the Eagles, anybody in that range, the 49ers. This year you don't know. You don't know, bro. You don't know based on what we've seen. Because all the teams we look at and be like, okay, they can do it, they end up losing after we say it. They have a strong week. They'll beat a team in convincing fashion. Great performance. Like, okay, they did their thing. Okay, the team like they ready. The momentum's gonna go into the playoffs with them. They're gonna carry that momentum, go to the playoffs, and they're gonna still dominate. Then you see them lose to a team they're supposed to beat. And it's like, dang, I don't know. Are they really good? Are they really legit? Are they pretenders? So I don't really know, man. Like the AFC, everybody Denver. Look what Trevor Lawrence did to him. We say the Patriot. Look, they won this week against the Ravens. But look at last week against the Bills, giving up that lead, up that many points. So you really don't know the Eagles. The Eagles still not clicking. They're still not clicking right now. You know, they still struggling. When I look at them, it's just all these teams that I'm looking at, man. It's like it's no team that stands out to say, okay, this is infinitely the number 1 team that's gonna win it. It's the 100% team that's gonna do it. It's no team like that this year. Now there's guys there's teams that have the potential to get to there, which I can still say Denver, the Patriots, Bears, but Caleb Williams scares me in the playoff. They can be one and done. Rams, but injuries, and they just make mistakes in crucial moments of the game. Sometimes that they do boneheaded stuff during the game that cost them games. Seahawks with Sam Darnold, 49ers with Brock Purdy. It's like it's no team now. If you ask me, if I had to give you my prediction based on what I've seen through week 16, my prediction of going to Super Bowl has changed so many times, really, because the teams that I said were going to go to Super Bowl not even making the playoffs. But right now, if I had to pick, right now it look like it might be Rams or Seahawks versus either the Bills, because they got Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? But they team don't look good. They like a terrible team just getting by off of being sorry teams. Or the Denver or the Patriots. Based on just record alone, you'll go with those teams though. But you really don't know. You really don't know, because a lot of the teams, quarterbacks that we haven't seen in these big moments, these big positions. The Eagles, Jalen Hurts, we've seen Jalen Hurts, we've seen Josh Allen, but can you trust Drake May? Can you trust Bo Nix? Can you trust Caleb Williams? Can you trust Sam Darnold? So when you're trying to figure all that out, bro, what are those teams you look at and say, yeah, that's the team. Okay, yeah, that's the team I trust. It's no team that you trust. There's no team. It's team that you got like some confidence in, but there's no team you have 100% confidence in, because they keep laying eggs. Though it's like anytime that we praise certain teams, bro, the next week they just lay an egg. They come back down to earth. So those are my teams that I look at who are in contention to win the Super Bowl this year. Like I said, just based on the record, based on what I've seen through 16 weeks, you got to give it to Denver. Even though Denver lost, you know what I'm saying, that defense is still good. You know what I'm saying? Bo Nix time to time can make plays. So you got to give it to Denver. Drake May just looks so, bro, so poised, controlled in the pocket, bro. Like, he's just so comfortable. He looks so comfortable every time you play, bro. He just make the game look so easy when he play. Patriots, and then the NFC, like I said, the Rams or the Seahawks, bro. Those are my two teams. Like I said, the NFL, Super Bowl this season is wide open, bro. We don't know who's going to win. We don't, bro. And I actually like it like that when it's wide open like that, because that make the playoffs more exciting. And like, being honest with you, bro, say what you want. Yes, Chiefs, them being dominant was great. You know what I'm saying? They had a great run. But I like them. I like that the Chiefs not in the Super Bowl this year. Not in the playoff this year at all, bro. I like that they're not in the playoffs, because that makes the playoff more exciting, because we don't know who's going to go to Super Bowl this year. You can't say the Eagles. No, we don't know that. They're so inconsistent when it comes to running and throwing the ball. So we don't know that. And their defense sometimes is inconsistent, especially when it comes to stopping the run. So we really don't know that, bro. So I feel like this is probably going to be one of the most exciting playoffs. This 2025-2026 playoff run, this is going to be most exciting since, I'll say, 2019, bro. Probably since 2019. That's based on everything that we've seen, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got the new guys coming in the game, showing you got new teams, guys that we've never seen. You know what I'm saying? Bring their team up into the sunset. Now they got a good record, stuff like Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, so many different teams. You didn't know who was gonna win. You felt like the Chiefs could win because they had Patrick Mahomes, but you didn't know. People thought Baltimore were going to win. People thought Tom Brady was going to do something, even though they lost in the first round. People didn't see Derrick Henry coming. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this year's playoffs is going to be so many surprises, so many shocker and surprises this year. I just have a good feeling, bro. The teams that we think that they're going to win are probably going to get upset. And that's what you want. That what makes you want to watch the playoffs, bro. When you know a team might get upset, not when you know they're going to win because they're going to win. That make you not want to watch the playoffs, bro. To be honest with you, bro. I want to be shocked seeing the blowout, not expect it, not surprised. Like, yeah, I knew they was gonna blow them out. And that's what the Chiefs, even though the Chiefs have been blowing teams out, you know at the end of the day, Chiefs gonna win. And this year, them not being in it, it just, like I said, it makes the playoff more exciting. So, like I said, the NFL is wide open. The Super Bowl is wide open for any team right now. So whoever makes it, better take advantage of it and get at it, because you don't know. Next year ain't promise that you're going to get back. You know what I'm saying? Each year is a new year in the NFL. What have you done for me lately? So we'll see. Last topic of the day. You know I got to talk about my dirty birds. Now, Atlanta Falcons beat Arizona 26-19 off a pick from C.J. Henderson, a guy who was a first-round pick in the 2020 draft, been all over, out of the league. You know what I'm saying? Got a chance with us and made a nice play. You know what I'm saying? A game-sealing interception to move us to 6-9. I appreciate him for doing that. Thank you, my boy. But man, you still got to fire Raheem Morris. You still got to fire Raheem Morris, bro. We have seen teams that are playoff caliber teams make Arizona look terrible. Look terrible. Jacoby Brissett still putting up numbers. You know what I'm saying? Really garbage minutes though, because the game is already out of hand. Like we already know who's gonna win. But watching him like dart the Falcons up, just it rubs me the wrong way. And it just made me say more and more like Raheem gotta go, bro. Raheem, I gotta make sure Raheem gotta go. He has to go, bro. Hiring Jeff Aldrich, hiring Jeff U. I'm gonna call him Jeff U. I can't pronounce his last name. Hiring Jeff U from the Jets, bro, was one of the worst decisions that Raheem could have made, bro. One of the worst decisions we could have made. Like I say, Terry Fontenot probably saved his job for an extra year because this is one of his best drafts he done had since he been in Atlanta. We got 4 players that he drafted this year that's going to be impactful for the foreseeable future for this team, barring injury. Raheem, bruh. Arthur Blank hired Raheem because he felt like he could bring him in. We got Kirk Cousins. Now let's compete to win this sorry ass NFC South. And we've gotten worse. We've gotten worse. So I don't know what I don't know what the Falcons have in mind, but about the future. But I'm gonna tell you what Dan has in mind for the future. You gotta fire Raheem and you gotta bring in an experienced head coach. And like I keep saying, I'm gonna keep saying, please get Mike McCarthy. He ain't doing nothing. He chilling. He wants to be a head coach. If you bring in a guy like Mike McCarthy, who has shown you he could go to Dallas and get 12 wins a year over there. Come on, bro. You telling me Mike McCarthy can't come here and by default, and come on, bro. Minimum get you about 10 to 11 wins? The minimum, 10 to 11 wins. So you got to fire him. You got to bring in just an experienced head. I think Mike McCarthy would be. Now you got somebody that can actually develop MPJ, Michael Penix Jr., and you good, bro. That's how I look at it. And you good. We already got the weapons. Trust me. He's gonna get the most out of Kyle Pitts if we bring him back. He's gonna get the most out of Drake London. He's gonna get the most out of Bijan. I would trade Tyler Algier, get some more picks because you'll need some picks. Get some more picks and just let's go ahead and get some more guys for that O line. Guys are getting older. Let's not wait a year too late to figure out, the O line is bad because we look so good. We don't need to be the Cleveland Browns. You feel me? We don't need to be the Cleveland Browns. We need to be like the Dallas Cowboys to where Dallas, they already see the writing on the wall. Like, okay, he's getting a little older. Let's go draft this guy just to be the backup right now, but he's going to replace him. We got to be on our Cowboy stuff when it comes to that, when it comes to making sure our O-line is intact and it can protect the quarterback at all costs. But you don't bring in the right players or you wait too late, you get a Cleveland situation where you got all these old, former great, old offensive linemen still playing. They getting their ass told up because they're old, bro. They're outside their prime. They're out of their prime now, bro. They had their prime. You didn't do nothing. You didn't get no wins in their prime years. Now they're past their prime. You look crazy. You still playing with them when you expected them to be good based on what you saw in 2023 and saw in 2024, even farther back in 2020. They're out of their prime. So we gotta add more pieces to the O line, add more pieces to the D line. Wide receivers, Gucci. I think Darnell Mooney, he going on his 3rd year. Let's see what we do there. You know what I'm saying? We got to get him more involved. I'll say get another receiver probably on the 2nd day. But if you ask me, we don't have a 1st round pick, so that don't really matter. But if you asking me then, you say the head coach, get Mike McCarthy. Kyle Pitts, what'd you do with Kyle Pitts? You pay Kyle Pitts. Because he's shown you, no matter what, based on where you drafted him at, bro, the talent is there, bro. The talent is there for him to be the best tight end in the NFL. Right now, you can give it to Brock Bauer, even though he didn't look good this year, not because of him, just because the offense is just terrible. And then he's the only guy open. And teams know you double Brock Bowers, let everybody beat you, and it's working. And that's why they keep losing because nobody else can get open. But Kyle Pitts can be the best tight end in this game, period, point blank. Because we've seen it. We just saw it against the Bucks. 3 touchdowns, 166 receiving yards, and 11 catches. So we've seen it, bro. We see the potential, bro. But we got to get the most out of his potential. That's why you got to bring in a Mike McCarthy, a guy that has offense experience, bro, that can come in and it'll be straight. So that's my thoughts on the Falcons. We got to fire Raheem. And that's that. Guys, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, coming on today. I hope to see y'all guys. Hope to see y'all tomorrow. Me and Drew will be on doing that Be Like That podcast. Like I said, we back at it. You're gonna get one day of football then, next day it Be Like That. Football then, Be Like That. We might start doing the weekends too. You're gonna get all this content out. I'm gonna get y'all, you know what I'm saying? We're getting close to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? There's just more content to talk about it, bro. I know a lot of times during this period, it's not a lot of things to talk about. But when it comes to sports, bro, you all gonna have something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So we got more things to talk about. We're gonna talk about Nicki Minaj joining Turning Point USA. What kind of look is that for them? We're gonna get into this Street Fighter video game, which I want to actually talk about. I know the trailer came out a couple of weeks ago, but I just want to give my quick opinion on it because everybody got something negative to say about it. And I just want to give my opinion because people just always got something to say about anything, bro. Like they can do it better. So I want to get into that. And if I could think of some more topics, I can't think of it right now, but we'll talk about it that day tomorrow. So appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Thanks for watching the football den. And I will see you guys tomorrow and it Be Like That podcast. I'm out.